now I'm starting the little series of Lilith through the signs, right? And what Lilith does in the signs. What they do. What is it doing? How is it making the sign that it's in feel limited or rejected? And how to really work through that, okay? So let's start with Lilith and Sagittarius. I want to start with Lilith and Sagittarius because Lilith and Sagittarius could definitely be someone of great vision. Lilith and Sagittarius individuals have great vision. It's just certain things you can see. Like you can step back, you can take a look at something and you can see as a whole, the finished product of it, the way that it should look, the way that it should go, or just the overall picture, the vision. A lot of times people lack vision, and because they lack vision, they don't even know where to begin to how to get to where they want to go in the first place. Lilith has that vision. Lilith and Sagittarius. The problem is that Lilith and Sagittarius people could reject the fact that they have that vision. It could be a very spiritual vision. It can be, and a lot of times Lilith likes to abandon the positioning that it has or the energy that it's using because it's that energy, she's rebellious, or she goes about fulfilling that energy sometimes in destructive ways. That's the issue, okay? So we're starting here with the whole vision part because a lot of times Lilith and Sagittarius can have this vision, can see through things, can lead people to places if people are feeling stuck in a certain place mentally or physically or spiritually, okay? Meaning they want to be free from what they're dealing with in the experiences that they're having, in the situations that they're in, but they don't know how to get themselves to freedom, to the promised land. Lilith and Sagittarius can be that vehicle that gets them. What they do, they get them out of that, the stuck feeling in stuck situations and into the vision. They help other people see the vision for themselves. And then they show them, hey, they influence them. Hey, you don't got to be stuck there. This is what you can do. Oh, you can do this over here. You can do that over there. And really, Lilith in Sagittarius re-energizes people, gives them hope, gives them other opportunities and possibilities to seek out and look towards. But oftentimes, Lilith and Sagittarius people can find them own selves stuck. They can give other people the vision. And then you can say, well, why are they stuck? Oh, sometimes they can't see the vision themselves. No, they can see you can see the vision yourself, but the way that Lilith and Sagittarius can go about succeeding or fulfilling in that vision, they go about it through having a set of experiences, right? And over time, they get somewhere and then they say, oh my gosh, I did all of this and I could have just went this straight route. I did all these twists and these turns and these curves and I could have just went this straight route. Well, no, you're not Lilith and Aries. You're not Aries. You're Sagittarius. So therefore, what's really happening is there are a series of experiences that Lilith and Sagittarius goes on in their lives. And how they allow their Lilith energy to play out will depend upon, are those experiences negative? Are those experiences positive? Can I make those experiences negative or positive? Can I choose which one is going to be? Because there's going to be a series of them, a plethora of them. And then in the universe's eyes, the universe is not sitting there looking at Lilith and Sagittarius saying, okay, yeah, you're making a bunch of negative experiences happen for yourself. The universe is like, okay, well, you chose to have this experience, so, have it. But those experiences are there to teach Lilith or to show Lilith the multiple ways, the opportunities A lot of times Lilith and Sagittarius, when they're talking to other people, people are so shocked or so surprised. They're like, oh yeah, you did that, you traveled there, you lived here, you had this experience, you had that experience, you got this talent. Because Lilith and Sagittarius could be extremely talented. Look at a lot of Sagittarius, did you know? They are talented in some way, shape, or form, and they're going to want to show it, and they're going to want to present it. Lilith and Sagittarius may be talented in ways that they don't understand or they don't want to present because they could be ashamed of it. They could feel shy. They could feel like, well, or could come off negative in a way. So let's say you're Lilith and Sagittarius and you are okay with your sexuality. You want to express that. So you may come off as your experiences and your opportunities may be like, and you want to be like, okay, well, you know what? I feel like women should be able to, be free in their sexuality. You might come off as someone that's like promiscuous. You might not that you have to be, you might let your energy play out like that. Or, well, I can just wear whatever I want because you can't stop me. Like being destructive to yourself in the process. And you can say, well, wearing what you want is not destructive. But no, what I have learned is that, yeah, while we should not really let what people care and say about us limit us in like who we are and our expression and what we are in the world, who we should be, I do feel like I feel like there's guidelines to everything due to our mental makeup, due to our experiences, due to who we are. We reflect them differently. And, whenever something comes around, we all get to that place in life and that age in life where we be like, oh my God, like, why did I do that? It's still a learning process, but I'm just saying there should be guidelines to everything. And Lilith can cause you or cause the energy of Sagittarius to act outside his guidelines. So where it's just having experiences for experience sake. And it's like, okay, so where is this going with no direction or none of that when Sagittarius is meant to have direction. Okay. So, and another aspect of Lilith and Sagittarius is definitely the experiences, right? And the ultimate plan is to get you to have these experiences to gain knowledge. Okay? And to become aware of and to stop hindering yourself from accessing that vision that you have. Like, you see the vision, you see, and maybe you don't know exactly how you're going to get there. You don't know exactly what you want to be. I feel like a lot of times Lilith and Sagittarius knows where they want to go, but they are running from it the whole time. You want to get somewhere quicker. You want to get somewhere faster. And I'm not going to lie too, like the set of experiences that Lilith and Sagittarius can go on and embark on sharpens them and takes them in a direction intuitively. Lilith and Sagittarius is very intuitive. And then you start being like, okay, I'm over here. I don't really like the way this is feeling. I'm feeling this out. I've had this experience before or something similar. I don't need to have this again. The good thing about Lilith and Sagittarius is Lilith and Sagittarius will have a lot of mentors that come along or people that come along that put little buzz, that fill you with certain types of information, from different cultural backgrounds, different life experiences, different ages, different philosophies, educational systems, to where you are loaded with information. Loaded. That you can come and then use to your advantage because you can teach it to other people. Direction is the key, and the rejection that you feel based on the fact that maybe you feel like, well, there's other people that didn't live this, or there's other people that's not doing this, or there's other people that may not understand this. And the fear behind that, Lilith and Sagittarius people end up blocking themselves off from really excelling and being successful. Maybe inside of, being a counselor, being a therapist. Because even with some of the experiences that you had, it's going to allow you to be in that position to sit there and to listen to others and help guide others too. Especially like as you heal or as you consciously understand the effects that your experiences have on you. And, the importance of sharpening yourself and, sharpening your intuition and you know, still being that courageous person that leads the way and wants to, you know, rebel against the status quo. So can you be a woman of the night? Okay, now, can you be a woman that's free in expressing their sexuality? Yeah. But it's like, I could do that, you know. You know, I could introduce some new stuff to my man, or, you know, incorporate that into the bedroom, or maybe not even in the bedroom. And yet in public, I don't have to demonstrate that, you know? Because ultimately, the freeing part, what you're really rebelling against, is the fact that when people rebel, what are they trying to rebel against? They're trying to tell other people, hey, I have the right to fight. I have the right to be what I want. That's really what you're trying to send a message to, instead of just being what you want. That's what people are fighting to send that message to people, instead of just being what you want. You know? It's not anything that you always have to wear or you always have to project, is what I'm saying. And it's not limited to this whole thing about sexuality. That's in the clothes that you wear. That's not what I'm limited to. Those are just examples. Examples, you know? So that rebelliousness could be there. It's not saying that you have to confirm. Lilith does not confirm. Lilith and Sagittarius does not conform. What am I talking about? Side note, Mercury is retrograde while I'm making this video, so I have an excuse. But Lilith does not have to conform. Lilith and Sagittarius does not have to conform. But Lilith and Sagittarius has to make sure that they're not doing things that so much so to be free or to be rebellious because the next Lilith placement that is a lot more rebellious than Lilith and Sagittarius and to the detriment is probably or possibly Lilith and Aquarius. Gemini coming close after that, but it's the two main ones is Lilith and Sag and Lilith and Aquarius, because Aquarius will be rebellious just for the hell of being rebellious, you know. Sagittarius is going to be rebellious because it's like, okay, yeah, I don't want to be locked down into something that you're telling me I got to do and I don't, you know. That's why them two together, baby, it could be some partners in crime. But so yeah, so Lilith is saying, no, you don't have to conform. But look at how you're doing it. Keep the ultimate vision of what you see for your life and what you know, and go towards that. Even if you're having these little side experiences, and don't judge yourself too harshly about it either. Just learn from what it is that you experienced. So Lilith and Sagittarius is some powerful mofos because they excel. I'm talking about they could excel to great heights that other people didn't see off their talents alone too. Okay, so this has been a video for Lilith and Sagittarius. And basically the point is how your rejections limit you. The rejections of Lilith limit you, and how to expand past that. I'm Butterfly to Light. So please like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I will be back.